politics is such a concrete and, it's very complex. But then they tried to sell politics with music. Okay, so music is very eclectic, it's versatile, but socially it does help to make people aware. uh, Especially in terms of masses, people, let's say, the general population, sometimes a lot of people who cannot read, write, uneducated, or not qualified. But if an election truck is passing, there is a nice song, a catchy one, people listen to it, people remember it. Now see, you all only, okay, they say Goinchi Sakal came, Damu came, BJP song came. How do you remember this? Because continuously they were slamming you with those songs, right? You put your radio channel, one channel is playing every song. You try to open YouTube and try to, play a video there also you get the ads. You see ads on television, you see them everywhere. So here, of course, it was for election propaganda, but otherwise we do have songs which make us socially aware. What about We Are the World by Michael Jackson? What kind of awareness does it create amongst us?
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
No discrimination.
Okay, and
then the national integration song, Mile Sur Mera Tumhara.
Yes. What about Vande Mataram?
Patriotic.
Yes, patriotic, unity, brotherhood, love for the country, very good. Songs which are based on, let's say, keeping the environment clean, respecting women, even these kind of songs, they make us, it does create social awareness, right? Okay. Then the next point is relationship management, or rather having intelligence for interpersonal relationships. Okay. How do you think it will help us there? How do you think music will help us there? Music creates bonds, right? It creates bonds amongst people, amongst nations, so it brings people this lyrics pass on a message. Have you any time play? Yes, R.D. Shetty says sometimes we can't express our seen it or try to see it maybe on TV or something. Now, you know what? Now, imagine a stage full of 50 people. Okay, there are 50 people, 50 very good musicians. Some are playing the violin, some are playing the guitar, keyboard, cello, whatever you call it, drums, whatever. Now, it's not like these 50 people are friends with each other. Okay, maybe they dislike each other even. We don't know. But because music is a discipline and all of them are given notations, they have their music sheets, they can just come together. They can be people, they may be people from different backgrounds, nationalities, caste, creed, religion, whatever. But they can just come together, sit together, and actually start practicing and put up a performance. Like, I may not know your name and you may not know me, but we can actually come and play together. Okay, this is the basic function of music in relationship management, that it always unites people. It seldom differentiates or creates boundaries. It always unifies people. Okay, also music makes us smarter, better, emotionally mature people. All right. It is not just a technical skill, but it is more like a catalyst. So it makes everything very comprehensive. Okay. I want to share this thing with you. I was once for an event, and I don't know if you listen to modern music. By the way, I listen to all types of music, okay? Like a lot of different types of music. I listen to gospel, worship, meditation, trance, house, fusion, club mix, Hindi, English, then pop. My favorite is Afro music. I listen to a lot of Afro songs, Naiga music. I listen to Goan, Konkani music also. Just name it. Sometimes I'm even listening to some Tandav music and whatever music, trance music, everything, mixed bhaji it is. So one day I was for an event, and we were all dancing, and there was this song. I don't know if you know about this song. Oh, Korean also, huh? BTS fans are over here. Okay. Yes, I like Butter very much. I like that song, Butter from BTS. So there was a song playing. It was by Swedish House Mafia. Have you heard of Swedish House Mafia? Yes? Anybody? Listen to it today if you've not. So the name of the song is Don't You Worry Child. Okay? And yeah, Karen has heard. So this song was playing, and we were in a group. We were a lot of us, and we were dancing and having fun. And suddenly, I saw one boy. He just broke down in tears and he started crying. Okay, he wept, you can say, and he cried and cried and cried when that song was playing. Karen, do you know the lyrics of the song? I mean the chorus, not the verse, pre-chorus, just the chorus. Can you type there little? Yes, Karen, go ahead. Yes, don't you worry, child. And then my father said, okay. Yeah, Alicia Souza. Okay. So, he kind of broke down, he got very sad, and he started sobbing. So we stopped dancing and we tried to comfort him a little. And then after some time, he kind of felt fine. But the reason why he cried was this boy had grown up in a home where his mom had left him and his dad when he was just 4 or 5 years old. Okay. And then his aunt and some other people had looked after him. So the actual lyrics are, my father said, it's a good world, everything is fine. And then one day he told me that things are different, and then don't you worry, child. Then the second verse talks about him and another girl and the girl leaving him. It's a different thing. But, he related so much with that song that, he went in that total flashback kind of a mode, and he just sobbed it, you can say. He just gave it all out. And after that, he felt very, very fine. Sometimes how people say that I went to pray and then God spoke to me, and then I let go and I felt free. You surrender your pain. So that is what he did that day. He surrendered his pain. That's why music is always said to have a very healing impact on people. Okay. I would have been very happy if somebody could have sung that song a little over here. But no, maybe next time. But I want you to listen to this song today, okay? Don't You Worry Child by Swedish House Mafia. So I hope I have been clear in the 4 key elements of emotional intelligence and music. Any questions here? Should we proceed? Yeah? Raju is saying, I'll be there for you. Okay. Okay, so teaching through music. Now let's come to the classroom, since a lot of y'all, I think, are in teaching, are already teaching, want to be teachers. So how to teach in the classroom with music? Classic example. Do you know your Kokani Pade or our tables? Do you remember them? Most of us have learned.
Yes, we remember.
Yes, most of us have learned tables, whether it be in our local language, Konkani, or English, with the tune. Do you know that tune? It was da 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 da. Do you remember? It's because of that tune that we remembered those tables better. Okay? If it was dry like this, 2 is 2 1 2 1 za 2 2 za, it would have been difficult. But for children, when it is with that tune, they pick up faster. Okay. Also, when children are made to listen to music, it improves their learning, and the classroom or the classroom climate becomes very positive. Okay. Music can also be a great medium for set induction. You walk into a class, and if before your class the students had a math class, and now you have to teach English, so you have to bring them back, let's say, from math to English. How do you do that? Play a song, or make them listen to something lyrical. Okay. Or even the content that you are teaching, if you can teach that content with the help of music, with melody, with beats, it is going to be better. Okay. The reason why is because of stimulus variation. We have learned stimulus variation, right? You want to teach children about a mango, you show the picture of, you tell the child, oh, okay, mango. You show the picture of a mango. You bring a mango to the class and you actually make the child hold the mango and feel the mango and see what it is. Which one is better? Where will learning be better? Obviously, when they hold a real mango, right? So, multi-sensory or stimulus variation or multimodal learning always helps in learning any concept faster and better. Okay. Then, here are some examples of how we can actually use music. The math part I told you. Then using historical songs, like if you want to teach concepts in history, like let's say the massacre of Jallianwala Bagh or the Salt March, or important historical events. So if you can compose a short tune or get ready-made songs which are there, children will learn. Of course, they'll learn better. Then using song lyrics to teach grammar, especially uh, these literature concepts of alliteration, repetition, and proverbs, these kind of things also can be taught better with the use of music. Then using music to unite students, if people are coming from different socio-economic backgrounds, then music can help there. Mood setting, healthy classroom culture, teaching good habits with songs or tunes, it can help there. Then honing the creativity of the students. How do we do that? You could give words to students and tell them to join those words in a tune. The tune can be a familiar tune. For example, let's say they already know the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. So this can be a tune, and then you can give them some words or a concept or a paragraph and tell them to sing that on that tune. Like this, they will not forget. Personally, I'll tell you. Do you know the movie Kuch Kuch Hota Hai? Yes? So that famous Kuch Kuch Hota Hai song. I had one poem in 4th standard, I think it was. I still remember that poem because it was taught on that tune. You know which song I'm talking about? So the poem was Ami Natak. Have you learned this poem anytime? It's a long, very boring, I think it's based on Ramayana or something. Very long poem. It was Ami Natak Kere. But that time the movie had released. And Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, you know that song, no? Tum paas aaye, you muskuraye. Do you remember that song? So we learned this poem. See how innovative my teacher was. We learned this poem on this tune. So it was वाईट जाऊ बोरे आम्ही नाटक केले आमच्या नाटकाक ऐसाय ना भाषण कोणाक पाठ ना. It actually went on like this. And we learned the whole poem because that song was very trending that time. I still remember it. So see how efficient music can be. Okay. Then playing musical games in class and asking students to enact the roles. I think we do this pretty much. We do this, playing song and taking those roles up. But we can do this with characters that are there in our lessons. That way we can do it. Even if it's a science lesson, let's say we're teaching photosynthesis. One person can be chlorophyll, one person can be sunlight. They act their parts out with a tune in the background. That way. Then some advanced effects or uses of music. So music can also help us in diagnosis of certain problems. Now the problems can be music related disorders and diseases or music unrelated. Okay, so unrelated, the example that I've taken here is depression and dyslexia. Now I started with making some of you all feel sad and gloomy and also refreshed and lively, right? All of us felt that with the tunes that I played. So all of us, all humans have the capacity for absorption, relation, association. So you play a happy song, I will go maybe, I'll feel very dancey. You play a sad song, I will listen to it. I'll try to understand the lyrics. Maybe I'm going to remember some past breakup and all, and then again, after some time, feel fine. This is how it has to be, normal people. So we can switch in and switch out. But if there is a person who has a tendency for depression, for a mood disorder, for melancholy, for a bipolar disorder, then for such people, it is going to be difficult to switch out of it. Okay? Basically, depression is about rumination, repetitive negative thoughts. That is what makes you sad and anxious and worried. So music can be used to diagnose this kind of a tendency if it is there in certain people. Savia says, I thought in English by playing the sound of raindrops. Very good. And yeah, music releases stress. Yes, thank you for your feedback that you're giving continuously in the chat box there. So, if let's say now you are an educator and you sense that there are some students who are maybe getting too involved, and they are getting too involved, but then they are not able to come out of that zone, then you know that maybe there is an instigating factor, maybe there is a tendency, maybe this has to be acted upon. Okay. And with regards to dyslexia, I came across this model, that is the CMT, Cognitive Musical Training Method, by this very famous speech therapist, that is Shavitz. He is using this method to teach dyslexics with music. Please find out more about this. I have limited time, so I can't get into the details of this. Okay. Then some music related disorders are amusia or dysmelodia. So it is the inability of a person to recognize tunes. Means this person cannot tell the difference between a fast and a jumpy tune, a sad tune, cannot tell. Then there is acquired music agnosia. Agnosia is lack of knowledge, right? So here it is inability to recognize music in the absence of impairment. Now let us say I am unable to hear. It's an impairment, deafness. So if I was not able to hear and then I can't tell that music is playing, it is understandable. But if I have full capacity for hearing and still I cannot tell that music is playing, then it is a disorder, right? Then the third one is musical anhedonia. So this is inability to derive pleasure from music. So no matter how good music you play, and that person has no taste in music, so music will have zero impact on this person. Then there are musical hallucinations. So it's not typically music, but hearing these kind of sounds, bell sounds, chimes, whistles, certain tones, if that person can hear in the absence of stimuli, then you can call it musical hallucinations. Then these are two studies that I wanted to share with you. So this is a meta-analysis of 400 students. So here they found out that music improves the body's immune system function and reduces stress. So you can apply that music can be used even in places like hospitals, rehab centers, counseling centers, because music will have an effect on the patients. Also, listening to music was found to be more effective than prescription drugs. So the impact of medicine and music can overpower even that impact. That is what is said by this study, that is Trends in Cognitive Sciences, April 2013. Moving forward. This is one activity for you, but if you have something to say, you want to ask something, then maybe you can type in the chat box. Otherwise, we can do this. Nothing? Okay. So I want you to complete the lyrics of these two very unrelated different songs. Okay, dono mile is tarah. Okay. So first one is Ek mein aur ek tu, and complete the lyrics. And then, will someone sing this? Okay. Okay. Who is that? Quiteria. That's Quiteria. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Okay, let's sing it together. Correct. Ek mein aur ek tu, and then ek mein aur ek tu, sing. Dono mile इस तरह, और जो तन मन में रहा है वो तो ये तो होता ही था. Nice. Okay. Good. Quite a lot of Hindi film fanatics here. Huh? Okay, next one. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace. All over the place singing. This is by Bohemian Rhapsody.
We will rock you.
Okay, can you sing the first part as well?
You got mad on your
On your
face.
face,
You're a
disgrace on your face, you big disgrace.
You
And
can
all over the
You
place.
know what? You know what? Let's all sing it together. I'll give you the cue. Okay, I'll give you the cue here on the desk, and then let's start. So it is. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. Good. We will rock you. Nice, nice. Nice. Okay. So it was wonderful presenting for y'all. My time is up. I could have done a song for y'all, but I think my time is really up. So I'll stop here. I hope y'all liked the session. It's just 30 minutes that I got, and this is the best that I could do. All right. Thank you very much. Y'all have been fantastic, and thank you.